Kim Kardashian always dreamed of having the perfect escape, a luxurious hideaway where the roar of paparazzi would be drowned out by crashing waves. For a while, that vision became reality in a breathtaking Malibu mansion that stood as her personal paradise. But as unstoppable wildfires sweep across Los Angeles, the unimaginable has happened. This multi-million-dollar sanctuary now sits in the direct path of raging flames. Entire neighborhoods lie in embers, families are fleeing for their lives, and Kim's once idyllic property faces the threat of utter devastation. How did we get here? And what dark twists led a celebrity dream home to the brink of destruction? You're about to discover how powerful forces of nature, swirling controversies, and a race against time have all collided in a story nobody saw coming. It wasn't so long ago that Kim Kardashian took her fans on a virtual tour of her new Malibu retreat. Towering palm trees, sweeping ocean views, and a pristine stretch of coastline defined everything she wanted, a secluded spot that offered privacy from the relentless glare of the public eye. The mansion boasted floor-to-ceiling windows, plush furnishings that screamed elegance, and enough amenities to resemble a resort rather than a standard home. Rumor had it that Kim spent millions on custom touches like imported marble, state-of-the-art security systems, and personal design flourishes that aligned with her minimalist aesthetic. Yet despite its bright facade, whispers of drama surfaced almost immediately. Some locals grumbled that the remodeling projects were too extensive, raising questions about environmental impact and local building restrictions. Others speculated that Kim's presence would bring more paparazzi, disrupting the peace in this famously affluent but often private coastal community. A few had even accused the Kardashian clan of bending the rules to accommodate high-profile lifestyles. In the midst of it all, Kim carried on, proudly sharing snapshots of her sun-kissed mornings and breezy evenings, giving fans a glimpse of the serenity she believed she had finally found. No one expected the sudden shift. Everything changed the moment nature unleashed its fury, transforming Kim's haven into a high-risk zone. Now, neighbors who once grumbled about the media circus are banding together for survival. Opinions about expansions and celebrity projects have taken a back seat to a more urgent question: can Malibu and Kim's treasured mansion escape the raging inferno unscathed? Wildfires in California are nothing new, but this season has reached unprecedented heights. Record-breaking temperatures, severe drought conditions, and unrelenting winds have set the stage for a catastrophe that firefighters find nearly impossible to control. Day after day, dry vegetation becomes tinder, fueling the flames as they roar through canyons and hillsides. Homes once seen as fortresses of comfort are reduced to charred rubble in a matter of hours. Observers describe a wall of fire creeping steadily closer to affluent enclaves: Malibu, Calabasas, Hidden Hills, areas known for celebrity sightings and multi-million-dollar mansions. Fire officials warn that if the winds continue, no property is truly safe, no matter how massive or well-prepared. Embers can travel miles, instantly sparking fresh blazes with little warning. Helicopters swoop overhead, dumping bright red flame retardants in a desperate attempt to carve out safe zones, while exhausted ground crews focus on critical spots where they might stand a chance. In Malibu, thick plumes of smoke blanket the coastline, obscuring the very views that attracted stars like Kim Kardashian. Streets are choked with vehicles fleeing mandatory evacuation orders. The local pier, often teeming with tourists, stands deserted, enveloped in an eerie haze. For Kim and her family, the dire question looms: will her dream sanctuary endure, or will it succumb to the same fiery fate that's already claimed entire neighborhoods? Amid the chaos, rumors swirl about how certain celebrities employ private firefighting squads to defend their properties. Some say Kim is among them, though no one can confirm the details. A handful of residents are critical, claiming such measures divert resources from those in urgent need. Others argue that anyone with the means to protect their home should do so if it doesn't interfere with public firefighting. Either way, this intensifies the debate. Is celebrity privilege fueling bitterness when people's lives are at stake? Kim Kardashian has faced her share of media firestorms, public breakups, legal battles, controversies around her brand, but nothing compares to the primal fear of losing your home to a natural disaster. Friends close to the family reveal that she's been glued to real-time updates, consulting with crisis management experts, local authorities, and private advisors. With children to protect, each new gust of wind brings fresh anxiety. She's reportedly ready to relocate at a moment's notice. But the question is, where do you go when the entire region is under siege? The Kardashian-Jenner clan isn't new to California wildfires. They've faced evacuations before, with each sister posting frantic updates on social media. Khloe Kardashian, who resides in Calabasas, has publicly expressed her distress over the creeping flames. Meanwhile, Kourtney shares messages of hope, urging followers to donate to relief efforts. Kendall and Kylie keep lower profiles, but local chatter suggests they're equally concerned about the threat to their own properties and the fate of extended family members scattered across the area. Behind closed doors, the family's famously tight-knit dynamic kicks into high gear. Personal feuds or business dramas fade as everyone focuses on one overriding priority: keeping each other safe. Coordinated text chains and frantic phone calls ensure that everyone knows the latest evacuation routes and contingency plans. Even Kris Jenner, the matriarch known for her relentless drive in managing the family's brand, is rumored to be laser-focused on the well-being of her children and grandchildren rather than media appearances. But there's a secondary worry playing out: the potential financial blow from property damage. With multi-million-dollar assets on the line, insurance coverage questions swirl. Some analysts speculate that rebuilding costs in these exclusive neighborhoods could skyrocket, potentially reaching into the tens of millions for estates like Kim's. While money might be the last thing on the family's mind right now, they can't ignore the storm of economic consequences lurking on the horizon. Kim isn't the only celebrity racing to protect their prized real estate. Malibu's scenic hills have lured countless A-listers, from iconic actors to music legends, each constructing lavish homes that merge opulence with breathtaking ocean panoramas. Now, these same stars find themselves in the same vulnerable position as any ordinary resident. Reports reveal entire blocks of mansions under threat, with some already burnt to the ground. A shocking case involves Paris Hilton, whose family's beloved beach house reportedly vanished in a blaze, leaving only ash and memories behind. Social media lights up with images of blackened landscapes and tearful messages. Famous faces like Miley Cyrus, who's spoken openly about losing a property to fire in the past, share words of solidarity and heartbreak. Others choose silence, possibly out of respect for a tragedy that goes far beyond the usual Hollywood gossip. Curiously, you see neighbors who once eyed each other warily, suddenly exchanging updates, offering each other shelter, or pooling resources to assist those in immediate peril. For Malibu's less famous population, the catastrophic fires are a painful reminder of how quickly life can change. Generations-old family homes stand next to sleek celebrity mansions, both equally at the mercy of flying embers and unpredictable winds. The price tags may differ, but the grief and stress of potential loss are universal. Local shelters fill with evacuees, many uncertain if they'll have anything to return to once the flames subside. Yet, amid this chaos, a glimmer of unity emerges. Donation drives spring up overnight, using social media influence to gather supplies. Families help each other pack cars and secure valuables. And yes, even Kim has publicly declared her willingness to aid in these relief efforts, vowing to donate both funds and awareness to the ongoing crisis. Her mansion's fate remains uncertain, but her focus has reportedly turned to broader community resilience, a sentiment echoed by others who call this picturesque place home. As the fires rage, various controversies surrounding Malibu's real estate market resurface. Critics point to the expansive developments perched precariously on cliff sides, arguing that such large-scale construction disturbs the natural landscape and increases wildfire risk. Over the years, environmental groups have accused wealthy homeowners of ignoring ecological guidelines, claiming that heavy landscaping and certain architectural choices make these homes tinderboxes in a crisis. In Kim's case, speculation arose about whether her mansion's location and design might exacerbate the fire threat. Some online forums accuse her of employing private contractors to alter the terrain around the property, efforts aimed at creating buffer zones that could stop or slow the progress of flames. Others question if these modifications comply with local regulations or if celebrity status offered her a fast track to special permits. Public records remain vague on the issue, fueling more debate about unfair advantages. Insurance companies, already wary of the region's track record with fires, impose steep premiums on hillside properties, Wealthy homeowners often pay staggering amounts for coverage, only to face deductibles so high that rebuilding becomes a near impossible challenge if disaster strikes. These controversies reveal a stark reality. Even fame and fortune can't fully shield people from nature's wrath. It begs the question, should Malibu reevaluate its development practices, or are these catastrophic fires simply unstoppable given California's changing climate and relentless droughts? In the midst of swirling accusations and uncertain regulations, Kim remains largely silent on the real estate controversies. Publicly, she focuses on raising funds and offering emotional support to those displaced. Privately, sources say she's poured enormous resources into fortifying her property, determined to avoid the heartbreaking outcome that some of her peers, like Paris Hilton, have already faced. Whether these efforts will prove fruitful depends on whether the winds and flames choose to relent. Long before celebrities staked their claims to these coastal enclaves, the region battled wildfires as a seemingly inevitable force of nature. Indigenous communities who lived in the Santa Monica Mountains centuries ago understood the cyclical burn and regrowth patterns, adapting their lifestyles accordingly. With modern urban sprawl, these fires now threaten human settlements on an unprecedented scale. History reveals that every few years, a blaze erupts that makes headlines worldwide. In 1978, the Canaan Fire ravaged Malibu, setting a grim precedent for more extreme events. The 1993 Malibu fire destroyed hundreds of homes and claimed lives, becoming a turning point in emergency responses. More recently, the 2018 Woolsey fire tore through nearly 97,000 acres, shocking even hardened residents who believed they had seen it all. What's happening now might be part of that tragic pattern, but experts warn it's getting worse. Climate change intensifies drought conditions, leading to drier brush that ignites more easily. Powerful Santa Ana winds roar in from desert regions, transforming small sparks into unstoppable walls of fire. Displaced wildlife roams disoriented through suburban streets, while utility companies scramble to fix power lines that might have contributed to ignitions. Kim's mansion, perched in an ocean view paradise, finds itself in a historical hotspot, both literally and figuratively. Local historians note that the canyons behind her estate have a long record of dangerous burns, raising the stakes for any homeowner. While modern technology, like advanced sprinkler systems or specially designed fireproof materials, can offer some protection, there's no foolproof defense. The question remains, will these measures hold when the inferno comes knocking? As the wildfire crisis deepens, public interest in private firefighting grows. It's an open secret among Los Angeles elite that some can pay for private crews to safeguard their estates. These specialized units arrive in unmarked trucks, equipped with high-end gear, foam sprayers, and expert training. They work independently from public agencies, focusing solely on protecting contracted properties. Reports claim Kim might have enlisted such a team. While the Kardashians haven't confirmed or denied the rumor, it wouldn't be unusual. During previous fires, tabloids revealed that certain celebrities did just that, sparking heated debates. Proponents argue that private units remove a burden from public firefighters by handling select properties on their own. Critics, however, label it another example of the wealthy having an unfair edge, creating a moral dilemma in a life-and-death situation. Adding fuel to the fire, some local residents have expressed frustration on social media, claiming these private squads block roadways or use water resources that should be reserved for the broader community. Others counter that these units bring their own supplies and often coordinate with official responders, not hinder them. The issue remains divisive, leaving neighbors either grateful for the added protection or resentful of perceived inequalities. Behind the scenes, Kim reportedly contends with a flurry of logistical challenges. Setting up a private defense involves insurance negotiations, specialized legal contracts, and balancing public image concerns. She's no stranger to controversy, but facing potential backlash when entire neighborhoods are suffering presents a different level of ethical dilemma. Whether the rumors are true or not, they underscore how this crisis spotlights disparities within a region already famous for glitz and glamour. For all the frenzy surrounding celebrity estates, the broader Malibu community remains the heart of this story. Shelters burst at the seams with families from all walks of life, some wealthy, some middle income, all equally terrified. Schools and churches open their doors to evacuees. Volunteers distribute bottled water and blankets, while local restaurants donate meals. Even in the darkest of times, moments of humanity shine through. Kim has used her massive social media following to call attention to these relief efforts, posting links to charities and praising the courage of firefighters on the front lines. Emergency hotlines flash across her platforms. A sense of unity emerges among fans, who share donation drives and supportive messages. For many, this crisis shifts the focus from the usual tabloid sensationalism to the raw reality that natural disasters spare no one, not even the super rich. Meanwhile, city officials and environmental organizations scramble to craft a post-fire recovery plan. They anticipate landslides once rain returns, as scorched hillsides can't hold soil. They brace for lengthy rebuilding processes, urging homeowners to construct fire-resistant structures that adhere to stricter building codes. The debate over how to balance development, environmental stewardship, and public safety will likely intensify once the smoke clears. In the eye of this storm, Kim and her family continue to wait, watch, and hope. Daily updates from the fire department indicate which areas remain under evacuation orders. Helicopters pass overhead, occasionally dropping water or chemical retardants. Everyone knows the final outcome hinges on shifting winds and the tireless work of those battling the flames. Whether Kim's mansion survives could be revealed in a single gust, one that either drives the fire directly into her hillside sanctuary or spares it at the last moment. Kim Kardashian's Malibu estate was supposed to be a safe haven, an emblem of success, and a testament to her ability to carve out privacy within a very public life. Instead, it's become the latest chapter in California's long-running struggle against uncontrollable wildfires. Thousands of families are in limbo, waiting to see if they'll have a roof to sleep under tomorrow. High-profile mansions and humble homes alike face the same unrelenting threat, reminding us that nature doesn't discriminate based on fame or fortune. The question on everyone's mind remains: will Kim's dream house emerge untouched, standing as a symbol of resilience amid the ashes, or will it join the haunting list of properties lost forever? As the flames draw nearer, the stakes couldn't be higher. Beyond the drama of celebrity headlines, this crisis exposes California's fragile relationship with its own environment, one that demands urgent change if future generations hope to avoid a similar fate. Only time will tell how this ends. Perhaps the community's unity and the heroic efforts of firefighters will tip the scales in Malibu's favor. Perhaps new policies and construction methods will arise from these ashes, shaping a safer future. For now, all we can do is watch, wait, and brace ourselves for the final outcome. One thing is certain: this harrowing ordeal will leave a lasting mark on Kim Kardashian, her neighbors, and anyone who calls these once peaceful hills home. And now, it's your turn to weigh in. Is Kim's mansion doomed to become another casualty in an unending cycle of destruction, or will modern defenses and unwavering determination prevail against the relentless blaze? The story isn't over. Share your thoughts and keep the conversation alive as we hope for a miracle in Malibu's darkest hour.